What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the beginning of Week 15 of the 2023 NFL season. My name's Beans. We're going to be breaking down the video like we have been this year. Unfortunately, my last two Monday Night Football videos, something happened with YouTube and they didn't get released in time. But hopefully this week it gets fixed. I went ahead and got something taken care of with that. But in this video, we're kicking off, like I said, week 15 with the Thursday night football game. This is the only game that we'll be breaking down in this video. We also got a separate video that we're going to do for the Saturday night football games. So there'll be another video with those three games on it. Keep an eye out for those. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, explore the other content on my channel. If you enjoyed the content, hit that subscribe button. I have been away from live streaming lately because of some issues going on with the software that I'm using, but I'm still able to record for you guys and get these videos out for you at least. I am waiting on component in order to get everything fixed and be back to live streaming for you guys. I just want to be able to give the best content that I possibly can. I know that I'm just here doing this for fun, but I still want to be able to put out good content if I am putting out any content at all. So, with that being said, be kind and respectful to others. Most of all, be kind and respectful to yourself. You are the number one person in this world. Nobody matters more than you do. Let's go ahead and get into this game. Again, I'm just a guy behind the camera. We're going to go through the numbers here, and I'm just breaking down what has happened this season so far, where the teams are ranked, and everything. So, and at the end of the video, I'm going to make a prediction, and it's just based on what I've seen this year and the statistics that we go over. Let's go ahead and pull this up. I've already got, god damn it. Keeping that in, whatever. I messed up, but yeah. Or that messed up. Like I said, something funky's going on, and I've been working on it. But let's go ahead and get into the game here. This Thursday we got the LA Chargers going to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. The LA Chargers are ranked number 26 on the NFL.com Power Rankings list with a 5-8 record. They are third in the AFC West and 3-3 on the road. The Raiders, they are number 28 on the NFL.com Power Rankings list with a 5-8 record as well. They are last in the AFC West and 4-3 at home. So that tiebreaker, Chargers are a little bit better in the conference, I'm assuming. With that record, that's the reason why they are above them when they have the same record. These two teams are in the same division. So whoever loses this game is going to be true last in the division. Let's go ahead and go over the numbers. And for the Chargers, they have 334.3 total yards per game on offense, 238.3 passing yards per game, and 96 rushing yards per game. They've scored 31 touchdowns this year, 21 receiving and 10 rushing. The offensive line has allowed 31 sacks. They have a QBR that's 93.4 and have 21.7 points per game. So, a little bit of middle of the road, actually, with that Chargers offense. And it's just been that way this year. Austin Eckler is struggling. But one thing that is true is that they just placed just yesterday, last night or yesterday, maybe it was the day before, but they placed Justin Herbert on IR. He is going to be done for the season. So Max Duggan, the guy that they got from TCU, the one that led them to the college football playoffs, it's that guy. If anybody remembers from the Big 12 last year, the TCU Horned Frogs that had the great season last year. Loved watching that team, actually. So let's see what he actually has in store. Turnover wise, the Chargers have 7 interceptions and 7 fumbles. And the offensive stat leaders for the Chargers, Max Duggan is getting his first NFL start. He does have a few stats, but I just wanted to leave that there. Let's see how he does. Austin Eckler has 136 carries, 497 yards, and 5 touchdowns this year. Keenan Allen has 108 catches, 1,243 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Going over to the Raiders side for the offense, they have 277.7 total yards per game, 197.1 passing yards per game, and 80.6 rushing yards per game, which is worst in the league. They've only scored 19 touchdowns this year, 11 receiving and 8 rushing. The offensive line has allowed 32 sacks. They have a QBR of 73.5 and 15.5 points per game. This offense has struggled a lot of the year, and Aiden O'Connell did look good in his first couple of starts, but he's trending downwards. I mean, just the situation out there in Vegas is rocky, to say, for lack of a better term. But the Raiders have 18 interceptions and 6 fumbles that they've given up on offense. The stat leaders for the Raiders, we got Aiden O'Connell, Josh Jacobs, and Davante Adams. Aiden O'Connell has 134 completions on 210 attempts, 1,365 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. Josh Jacobs has 233 carries, 805 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Davante Adams has 76 catches, 867 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That'll be it for the offense in this matchup, and I'm going to go ahead and pick the Chargers in this one. The Las Vegas Raiders are in the lower half of the teams, and honestly, they deserve to be down there at number 28, and I know that I'm just becoming a fan of the game, and I want to see people succeed. So it doesn't make me happy to see a team performing like this. But like I said, it's been a rocky road in Las Vegas. Hopefully they can get the coaching and stuff that they need out there in order to turn things around and become successful. Going down, let's move over to the defense. And the Chargers, they allow 375.1 total yards per game, 261.9 passing yards per game, and 113.2 rushing yards per game. They have allowed 33 touchdowns this year, 19 receiving and 14 rushing. They have allowed 21.7 points per game. They've allowed 96.6 for a QBR. And they have 43 sacks at least. So they're second in the league when it comes to sacks. Rushing yardage is a little good. And middle of the road for points per game. Turnover differentials +3 because they do have 7 interceptions and 10 fumbles on defense. So it's really rough because, I mean, they are middle of the road when it comes to points per game, but they're giving up a lot of yards. And that can't be good. Over on the Raiders side of the ball, they allow 335.1 total yards per game, 207.7 passing yards per game, and 127.4 rushing yards per game. They have allowed 27 touchdowns this year, 15 receiving and 12 rushing touchdowns. They are ninth in the league with 19.9 points per game allowed, 88.3 QBR allowed, and they have 33 sacks. Turnover-wise, they only have 10 interceptions and 4 fumbles, though, so that leaves them with a turnover differential of -10. The defense does have 1 pick six and 1 safety, though, for the Raiders. So there is that to look at. And in between the two of these, points per game and yardage is better. I'm going to go on the Raiders side. So that's going to be where the key matchup is The Chargers offense is good, but let's see what they can do against the Raiders defense. The points per game allowed is really good over there. We'll just have to see how it goes tonight. Special teams, the Chargers kicker is 19 for 20 on field goals and a perfect 31 for 31 on extra points. He has 6.8 points per game, and the Chargers do have one punt return for a touchdown. Over on the Raiders side, their kicker is 20 for 24 on field goals and a perfect 18 for 18 on extra points. He has 6 points per game. Injury-wise, over on the Chargers, we got Deontay Leonard and Keenan Allen that are ruled out. And like I said, Justin Herbert got put on the IR. Atito Ogbongbemiga and Amen Ogbongbemiga. Donald Parham and Donald Parham Jr. are questionable. I am probably going to trip over that name for the entirety of that man's existence in the league. One day I'll get it, but if this ever gets around to him, I'm sorry for butchering your name, and I'm sorry for anybody else that gets offended with it. Ogbongbemiga. Man, that kind of just makes me feel like I'm saying a racial slur. Woo! That's too close. But over on the Raiders side for their injuries, we got Colton Miller and Andre James that are out. Adam Butler, Max Crosby, and Josh Jacobs are questionable. ESPN has the Chargers favored to win, but Vegas has the Raiders favored by 3 points to win this one. The over-under is 34.5. Last thing that we got to go over is these, and I completely forgot to put that down, but I'm going to go ahead and we'll see if it actually pulls it up on the screen. We're both in the AFC West, and you guys can go ahead and see this too. So, yeah, there it is. It's going to pop it up for you guys to see. This is my format that I've got. I've got to fix these cells and everything. Somehow the formulas got out. But mainly right here is what we look at. So the Chargers' opponents' overall record, they've got 89 wins and 80 losses. And I can go ahead and show you here what I'm talking about when I mean that I don't duplicate the cells of divisional opponents. I go ahead and omit the second set of games. I mean, the only reason why I do that is because they are the same team. I don't want to double a record for the same team. So the overall record is every single team put together. And as you can see, if I take this away, also that the Bills aren't in there yet, and that's because I only go as the season goes along. So every single week I'm in here for every single team updating this just so I can get you guys the actual overall record of the opponents. But right there, Chargers, 89 wins, 89 losses against them. Good Lord, I'm just pulling everything up. 1 second while I get back to here. Where did that go? One second. I accidentally closed it out. I know what I did. But okay, there's that, and we can see here now with the schedule. Dolphins, Cowboys, Chiefs, Lions, Ravens, Broncos. Significant losses against teams that were over 500. Chargers don't have a win against an over 500 team, so that it doesn't surprise me there, honestly. The defense has been giving up a lot. And we'll see if the Brandon Staley or whatever dude's name is from the Chargers, that's the coach. I think that I got that right. I think it's Brandon Staley. I don't think that he'll be there after this year. But going over to the Raiders, they've teams over 500 they've lost to: Bills, Steelers, Lions, Dolphins, Chiefs, Vikings. Teams that they've won against. They did win against they have got one win against an over 500 team. And then let me go over here and we can go ahead, pull this up. The overall opponent record for the Raiders right here at the bottom with the total: 83 wins, 86 losses. So yeah. Yeah. It's got to open up that. I don't know why. But it's always done that. Alright. Now that we got that out of the way, both these teams have pretty much had the same exact schedule, being in the same division. So, I'm not gonna lie, with that defense, it's a little questionable, actually. We're gonna go ahead and go with the Chargers on this one, or at least I am. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Chargers on this one. What was that over under again? 34.5. I'm going to go with the over. Let's go ahead and give the Chargers 27 and give the Raiders 16. Go ahead and lock that in. 27-16. The Chargers beat the Raiders on the road. That'll be it for Thursday Night Football. I'd like to thank everybody that stopped by to watch the video. I hope that you had fun. And again, if you had fun, hit that like button. Explore the other content that's on the channel. If you do enjoy it, hit the subscribe button. Become part of the Beansworthy Entertainment family. And I haven't done this yet, but shout out to every single one of you that are part of the Beansworthy Entertainment family. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for the support, and it means so much to me. But be kind and respectful to others. Most of all, be kind and respectful to yourself. Hopefully everybody you're the number one person in this world. Nobody matters more than you do. And hopefully everybody has a good Thursday. Hopefully it's a good game tonight between the Chargers and the Raiders. I have a feeling that even though with them both being 5-8 teams, that we're going to have a good divisional battle in this one between the two. So we'll have to see how that goes. But thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you next time.